Ladies and gentlemen, this is your good friend, excited with a smile on my face this morning. This is Dr. Cortez D. Sims coming with your Thursday thought for just a couple of minutes. And as I'm kind of giving my introduction, I definitely want to, as people want to come on or not, whenever they have the time, but I definitely want to share what's been on my heart and something that I've been exercising for quite some time now and in my journey. But I really made some extra emphasis on this past week on just some follow-up to make sure that I am sure about some things. But before I even get started, please do me a great favor. Please subscribe to the YouTube channel. Look me up on the YouTube channel, Dr. Cortez D. Sims with the Thursday Thoughts. I want everybody to press the subscription button because I may be doing some live videos from there too that may even make it even easier. And I would hate for you to miss out if I transform to that platform and while I'm still doing the Facebook lives and things like that, because when people are on different subscriptions. So if you can instantly press share to other platforms for those that this may bless today, it's definitely blessing me. And the question is, who are your friends? I spelled the Fri-ends because you have to be careful who you claim. Be careful who you claim as being your friend. And friend, everyone have their own definition of what a friend is. A lot of people make claims that friends is based upon who did something for me, who was there when I needed you, and who was there when I was at my lowest. Who was there? Who was that adoptive friend? That means that I adopted this friend because of another friend. So because you're my friend and you have to be my friend too, these unexpected, obligated type of friendships, I should say. But notice everything I'm saying is based upon what you do for me, how you were there for me, for me. But what about the healthy friendships that when you are giving yourself to them? Because remember, relationships should not be based upon give and take. That's the dysfunction that we've been buying into for a long time, and we have not been able to completely break the generational bondages and curses of relationships or good, healthy relationships. Is give and take and give and take. It sounds very trendy, but I don't agree with that. As someone who studied mental behaviors and to learn how to fix these emotional and mental behaviors, because that is not good for us. Relationships should be based upon give and give. If I'm on this side giving advice, then I want you to give me your attention. When I'm stopped giving my advice and you have given your attention, then I want to be in a place of receptivity so I can receive what you have to give. So this is where we have a two-way street, giving and giving relationship. But if you always have to take the stuff I dish out to you, I'm always dishing out stuff to you, telling you what you should do. This is what I think about you. This is what I suggest. And I'm just giving, making these dictates. And then you're just taking it. And then you feel like, well, I don't know if I can give anything back to you because either I'm intimidated, you haven't left me any room, you have not been very inviting or welcoming to me to share something, because I don't think you see the value on what I give. So I'd rather not say nothing. That's not a good, healthy friendship. So if you have that type of combative or back and forth type of banter, or this is how I give, or this is how I receive and take and things like that, then that's not really a good relationship to call a friend. Friend, if you spell out Friend, I think about words that's within words. And I wonder, like, when words were created, what was thought about? When I think about Friend, I think about someone who's the friend to the end. Now, the end of the season, that counts, or the end of my life. We always talk about, well, you know what? Friendships is based upon, or relationships is based upon for a reason. You're in my life for a reason. You're in my life for a season. You're in my life for a lifetime. I agree with all of those terminologies. I repeated those things several times. So when they don't last longer than the season that we wanted them to be in, because we are in a needy position, we really need somebody, then it could just be, hey, God sent that particular person to bless. And they may not be somebody that I need to claim as a friend, somebody who needs to stay there. They were just sent on the assignment to be who they need to be for me, because God has been promised to bless me. God has promised to send his support, send his help. So you have to be really, 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 really careful about who you claim as your friend. Listen, the Webster Dictionary claims a friend as this: a person whom one knows well and likes. Likes. Okay? They know well, they spent time, they've gained credence, they've gained leg rooms. Oh my God. They've gained credit, they've gained the right to claim as a friend. And then I like them as a preference. Okay. Then another says a person on the same side in a struggle. So if I'm in a struggle, going through whatever that I define as a struggle, then they on my side. They're not against me. And remember how we make these statements. Hey, if you're not for me on my side as a friend, then you are against me, which is an enemy towards me, because you are against what I stand for on this side of the premise. So then it says a person who helps or supports something. So you help and you support. Now, it don't mean that you're a slave. It doesn't mean that you're being a dictate to. But you have to watch who you claim as friends, ladies and gentlemen. Okay? Don't just assume because somebody is doing something for you, oh, that's my friend. Well, that's not a good way to define them as a friend, because they probably don't know you that well. They don't know what kind of motives that you have. They don't know other sides of you to make that claim. And so you're right about that. For a lesson or a blessing, yes. And we should bring blessings to people as in healing. Okay? One of my professors said years ago that when people leave your life, when they leave Earth and you're still alive, always ask yourself, did they come in my life as a healing to something? Because if something was hurting or something was missing, you'd be like, oh my God, I didn't really need to have somebody to fill in this blank. They healed the situation because it was broken. Or I was hurting for a minute. I didn't know who I was going to get to fulfill this particular task. So they came and they healed the day. Thank you, Lord. You know what I mean? Or did they bring harm? Oh my God, I wish I hadn't even called that person, because it made it even worse of a situation than what it was. I was on a positive note and they brought harm to me. And so we have to be careful who we claim in these places. We put people in positions that they did not earn, that they did not deserve. We promote them. So my thing is to you guys in this Thursday thought: do not promote people to positions that they have not esteemed you for anything. If they don't esteem you in ways like you esteem them, it may not be the exact same thing. But if they don't esteem you or regard you in such a way, please don't promote these people to be in position that they did not earn. You can't say, hey, this is my bestie. Well, have they really proven themselves without any motives, without you needing them for something, but on their own, they just want to be there. They just want to be a friend to you. I wrote in my book called Quotes on Napkins that I've been promoting. Please order your copy. One of the things I said is that even with family and even coworkers, family members and coworkers are some of the most relatable people that you have to be around for whatever period of time that it's in, that causes for them to really see where you started from. They see where you've been vulnerable. They see your mistakes, where you are weak in, because when you start off with a new job and somebody goes, oh, well, that must be the new guy, or that must be the new gal, that must be the new lady, or that must be the new man. They see that you're like so open, like, I don't know what I'm doing. And they watch you. And this is why you have to be careful with those people, because you don't know if these people come to really help you or just to kind of throw you off, or because of who you are and what's that shine on you. Even though that you did not learn or you don't know that particular position, but something on you makes you feel like, man, are they coming to take my job? You'd be surprised. And some people will try to befriend you. There's the friend word again. Befriend you to see if you are a threat to them. So you have to discern that. Family members watch you grow. They watch you when you had nothing. They watch you when you had to start over. They watch you when you made mistakes. They watch you when you had great decisions. They watch you outgrow them, when you went past the perimeters of how you guys were brought up. And so even those people you have to watch. You're just related to them. But to have expectations on them, they're probably not the people that's in as a friend to you within the family. I wrote a quote. I said, you may not find friends in your family the way you will find family in your friends. I said it again in one of my quotes quotes on Epson book. And I said, you may not find friends in your family the way you will find family in your friends. What am I saying? I'm saying that I have family members, a slew of them, a lot of them, but I am not a confidant. I'm not, probably not as free. I can't be vulnerable with all of them because I haven't found those friends. It's in the struggle with me within those family members. The way I found family inside of the friends that were those things. And you'd be surprised. A lot of the friends that we do have that I can't claim as friends, ladies and gentlemen, including yourself, they really help you with your family. They will become family for you. You will find friendships within them. They will become family members to you to help you with your immediate biological DNA family, to help you understand it and see things differently, to let you see what healthy looks like, to let you see what unhealthy things look like, let you see what functional things look like. They will also allow you to see what dysfunction look like. A lot of your friends will even help you parent because you probably didn't have the best parenting or different parental advice. You probably didn't have the best teachings, the best upbringing. But your other friends that you have to be careful if you can claim them or not, let these people prove themselves to you to say, oh, I can really take their advice. I could take their wisdom. I could take their wise counsel and be like, oh, yeah, those different things, this really give me other ideas. Because if I take advice from my family members who know about my struggle, who they have the struggle, and I'm here to help them, they will fight love. You'd be surprised how many people will fight your friendship. And you're like, hey, I'm your brother. Hey, I'm your cousin. Hey, I'm your nephew. I'm here to help you with what God has given me for free. And because I love you. But in the name of love, they will fight you. And you realize I can't even be a friend, somebody who's on the opposite to be a claim to you. You don't even claim me as being a friend, even though I'm your cousin. You don't even claim me to be a friend to you, even though that I'm your uncle. You know? And so I can go on and on and on and on about who are your friends? Who is that friend that can say, hey, I love you? And I'm going to end with this because this is getting too heavy. This is so good. Who are those people who can hear the things that you have goals to reach? They can hear the things that you want to achieve. And they say, I love you. I want to see if I can support you, even if it has nothing to do with me being a part of the results. So if your results means I'm going to get this, I'm going to get this, I'm going to get this increase, you should not have to say, well, don't forget about those people. Hey, you can say that comically, but some of us, there's always a little bit of seriousness in every joke. That's a different Thursday thought. There's always a little bit of seriousness in every thought. And you have to really ask yourself and go, wow, should I have said that? Because that makes me inclusive in their results, even though I helped them. No, inside of a struggle as a friend, I want to see them be so happy. I love them so much. I want to see them happy for themselves. And that is not at the expense of me being included with their plan. You'd be surprised how many people move on. I've gave so many people different coaching and counseling sessions as a clinician, as a, just as a practitioner. And one of the most common things, ladies and gentlemen, that I've heard is how people get upset. They get upset because they was like, she didn't even invite me to their wedding. And I was the one that was giving them sponsorship monies and things like that. Well, you're only disappointed because you had an expectation to be included. Let me help some people get free with that. You're only disappointed on anything in life if you place an expectation on something. You were expected to be invited to this wedding because you was a part of the wedding process. You were part of their planning. They took some of your ideas. You offered the ideas, but you on the inside did not say, hey, I would love to come to your wedding if you invite me. If not, I'm just so glad that you were able to utilize my services or some of my advice was very helpful for you. And that's the way you put that. And that's maturity. Hey, I don't expect, or you can even say this, I didn't expect for you to invite me, but it's such an honor because I didn't know that. I was just part of trying to help you with your veil and help you with your dress. But, for you to give me an invitation, ask me for my address, oh my goodness, because you'd be surprised. Some people can say, hey, I don't even do weddings. I don't even do bereavements. I don't do funerals. I don't do baby dedications. I don't do all those ceremonial things. I don't mind being part of the council to make sure that you thinking these things out like that. there are a set of people. You may not have known them. But see, that's the beauty of having a worldwide array of people that God has that has different positions to be friendly or be a friend to you in those moments. Why am I saying all this? I'm saying all of these different things because almost every position that I can kind of give some examples about, we snatch these people because we are normally in a needy place, or yes, needy, or we are in needy place, and we claim them as a friend because they brought healing to that moment. They brought healing to the day. They saved the day. They came and they was part of the answer. And our correct response is, God, thank you for sending this earthly angel to bring healing to this thing. But it doesn't mean I need to claim them as being a friend to it, because friends, they will disappoint you on those people that you make that claim as a friend. I went through a season, if I could just be transparent, I went through a season that I was dealing with a whole bunch of coworkers. And because of the fun that we've had, because of the production that we was able to do, and the performance and the tasks that we always work on these different projects, every time we just work with each other, I was claiming these people as seasonal friends. But you have to even be careful with calling these people friends, because what if something goes down and wrong that you don't look likely to be a friend to them, and we put claims on them? Now you become hurt and damaged because of the expectation you call them as friend, versus, no, I need to call them as people that I work with, or people that I met through a network of people, or people that was referred to me as a client. And I placed the word friend on a client. And that's wrong. This is where we have all of these different hurts that was unnecessarily governed. So you have to be careful with that. Family members, co-workers, they will be some of the most revealing people and with an exposure of who they really are to you. Just to remind you, don't claim these people as friends, ladies and gentlemen. Please share this stuff. Please share this stuff. Please share this video. But bottom line is, you can't promote people in position that they have not esteemed you for. You can't promote people and put these people in chairs, because there are some people who, oh my God, I'll even say this. Watch out for people who support the rumors and the gossips instead of the truth. Those people are not for you either. You can't say, well, these were my friends. These were supposed to be my friends. Well, they only supposed to be because of those expectations that you put on these people. All right. So you have to watch people who support rumors and gossip about you that don't even know that much about you. Or, sir, ma'am, what if they do know a lot about you and they still support it? And we know that truth they said it has three sides to it. Their side, your side, and the truth, which is what God knows about it. And if you are the bold one that is willing to say the truth about it, most people don't want to hear that, because they have been so smeared, they have been so entangled, and some type of seed of negativity has been sown in them. If there's nothing you can do to change their mind about you, and that is not your job. What other people say about you, I heard Bishop T.D. Jakes say this, and I'm sure you guys have said it too. He said, what other people say about you is none of your business about what other people have said about you, because those are rumors and gossips. And don't say this, well, it depends on who it comes from. Well, those are people that you claim to probably be a friend that was based upon the definition I gave you. A person whom one knows well and likes, and a person on the same side in a struggle. Okay? So, once again, who is your friend? Okay? Be careful who you claim as a friend. Someone who's there to the end of the season, the end of your life. Okay? It could be a season of weeks. It could be a season of years. It's just a season. You may only last a season of years. We all only last a season of years. But where they are in categorical boxes or places is where we have to definitely determine where we put claims on them. So I like how Maya Angelou have made this statement, made this quote that we commonly repeat conveniently, but we usually only make this claim conveniently out of hurt, that when people show you who they are, believe them. But we don't finish the whole quote. The quote is, when people show you who they are, believe them the first time. That's what her claim came out of. And I'm sure she had a revelation based upon this same subject matter that we're talking about today. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, I love you. Don't want to be lengthy. Please subscribe to the YouTube channel. Please collect the like button. Please share it. I would love for the message to get out. I want people to really identify, because we're in a season that a lot of people are coming together. But it doesn't mean because we're coming together and we sharing each other masks, we are buying other people's hand sanitizers, and we're referring them to different things, that all of a sudden, because we are in need or we are in desperation, that we make a claim to them as being your friend, because we still don't know them very well. All right? A lot of us, we're going through our own self-transformations, trying to get to know us. So be careful how people say, hey, I know you. I'm the one that used to be. Listen, I do a lot of this. You guys can repeat and tell them that I said it and send my videos. You can even tell them. I tell a lot of people, well, how can you make a claim that you know me very well when I'm still trying to get to know me in this new season? I'm evolving. I'm transforming. And they tell us in mental behavior health courses and things like that, whatever that is not transformed is transferred. So if you're not transformed, you're going to be transferred to the next thing. All right? So don't forget, be careful who you claim as a friend. Who are your friends? All right? It's beautiful. Here's the ending. It's beautiful to have friends inside your family members. You can say, oh my God, I realized that my first set of friends was my siblings, my brothers, my sisters. If I call them for anything that I need, oh my God, they kick in. There are things that I don't even want to talk about. They kick in. When I was sick, one of them kick in. They kick in because I'm in a struggle. When I'm in struggle, they kick in. I found friendships inside the family members. But then I also have family members who spread a lot of gossip and rumors, just like it is in your family. Gossip and rumors about you. And they won't even be loving enough and repent to you and say, you know what? I was laughing and giggling about your struggle because that was not me in that moment. But let it be your turn. Let it be something about you. Would you honestly go back and say, I should have laughed about that. I shouldn't have found any humor in that because I should have jumped in the struggle with you so we can come out together because I'm your friend, even though I'm your family member. Same thing with coworkers and business partners. Hey, I see you struggling over there. I can type very fast. You can't type that well. Your gift got you in here. You can do everything great. I have a strength where you are weak at. It is not my job to make mockery and make fun of you in your struggle. If you're claiming me as a friend, there should be a conviction about your niceness and your love towards me that makes me feel guilty and say, you know what? Let me kick on in and be the best friend in this moment that I could be to you. All right? Yes, and they get upset when I correct them and say, yes. But guess what? Let them stay upset because they want a place with you that they did not earn. And that's the whole thing about that. So many want to make these claims. Hey, I claim you, I claim you, I claim you. And then they get offended. They take offense and go, oh, I'm not your friend now? Well, that's because it's based upon condition. It's conditional. All right? God's way, Greek agape, A-G-A-P-E, means I don't care what's going on. I didn't do this based upon what other people said. I did it because I have the heart to serve you. Okay? And I didn't want nothing back. There is no contingency upon it. There is no tit for tat, as we say. I only did it because I know that if I do this, you'll go ahead and put my name on the next ticket. You know, or if I do this, then you'll cook for me the next time that I don't have food. Or, you know, when I get my food stamps and stuff, then I'll go ahead and look out for you because you came through, you know, the moment I have my food stamps. What if God intervenes and goes, don't give them these things back? We don't think about that. What if God says, well, I sent them to be a blessing to you, to teach them what servitude means, but it doesn't mean that I want you to serve them back the way you need to give it. And here's the last thing that I have to end you guys is this. Your style of friendship, everyone cannot handle the capacity of style of friendship. All right? They cannot handle that type of style. Because what if your style comes with, I want to invite you to my new set of people that has been a blessing to me. What if my style of friendship calls and say, hey, I don't go out to eat like that, but I'll cook up a storm, which means what? Not only am I going to cook and I'm going to customize it to your liking and to where we can have a nice meal, I want you to take food home with you without you thinking that you need to bring the Tupperware back or bring the bags back. You know, I didn't do this for you to give something back to me. I did this out of just strictly love because I just enjoy who you are. There are people that operate like that, ladies and gentlemen. but they can't handle your capacity. And guess what? God a lot of times had these type of messages to remind you, be careful who you claim as friend. They may not want to operate like that. They might say, well, you too much for me. When people say you too much for them, take that as a compliment. I can't repeat this enough. Take that as a compliment. Well, you going all out of your way. Well, that's the way I'm built. So maybe your capacity is small. Maybe you're not used to people giving their best. But I'm raised and I'm being challenged in this season, in this generation, to give my best. If God was to zap out all of your friends around you right now, what could you say about those contributors all around you? They would be able to contribute and be like, oh, that person right there, that God used this person to help me. Oh, my goodness. And I am forever grateful. OK, I'm forever grateful in somebody that God used in humanistic form to be able to walk me through these things that I had no clue about, that I was embarrassed to talk about, or I just was not knowledgeable about. OK, so you have to be able to discern that. There are parents, there are mothers and fathers that would love for you to be a friend with them. They want you to find friendships within them, but they have not been friendly. Okay? The Bible says that in order to show yourself as being a friend, you have to be friendly. If you want friendships, you have to be a friendly person. I wrote this quote recently, if you guys can check out on Facebook, and I said, sometimes it's time for us to have, I'm paraphrasing, sometimes it's time for us to have new friends, but you have to first become a new one yourself. A lot of us, you have to say, have I been a good friend lately? Based upon these definitions and the quotes that Dr. Cortez, D. Sims just said, have I been someone that I just want to give to you without even expecting anything back? My track record is people don't normally think about me like that either. But what if I was on earth to be the giver that nobody thinks that even exists? What if I was put in earth to be able to give without no return? God has blessed me tremendously. I'm glad I can be able to give it away. I had the experience. It came to me supernatural. It came to me by gifts and things like that. People like to cater. People like to send money and things like that. And this is why a lot of us, you cannot go based upon the opinions of bad friendships, because it will rob you from your originality. That's a different Thursday thought. All right. But it would definitely rob you from your originality. If you said, well, this is the way I get down, this is the way I like to give, and somebody would be like, well, you're better than me. You have to look at that moment and be like, I guess I am in that moment. You can't even repeat that, unfortunately. I had somebody tell me they don't even know that I'm on an assignment for several people who's been demonically against what God has put in their faith, because I was on assignment for them, right? And they felt like I shouldn't give any service to them because of what they've operated and treated me like. But they don't even know, just like the recipients that I'm serving, they have no idea why they're still drawing to the gift that God gave me. I'm not talking about if I'm being a perfect person or not. I can care less about that. But I will say this, my obedience of not saying no and cutting them off is doing something. What it does for me, it's not because of compensation of whatever services that they're patronizing. It is because every time they come, I get a chance to pray. I get a chance to give them a hug. Okay? I get a chance to speak life over them in ways that in other settings, where everybody is being deceptional with them, I get to go ahead and be a person that's being giving and loving towards them. And that does my heart very, very merry. Ladies and gentlemen, have a great, great weekend. I hope this is a helpful Thursday thought. For anybody that you may know, please share it. It will bless me tremendously to know that this has been very useful and it's been a utilizing tool. But just know, try your best to do not promote people in places where they did not deserve it. Don't put people in these places. Hey, you my boo. And they don't even show you generosity. They only do things based upon, hey, well, we going Dutch and dating. The only time that we go out is if I initiate the date. So I'm never on your mind. You never thought about saying, hey, this is a great idea to go to this little outing. It doesn't even cost anything. A lot of these moments, it's not even about the amount or the ticket amount. It's about the value and how you value the person to have valuable moments and memories with. Okay? I know I said a lot. Who is valuable to you and having a valuable memory with. It's about having the memory Okay? You want to be able to say, the last time I hung out with you, the last time I spoke to you, oh my goodness, this is what we talked about. We was on the phone or we hung out, we had virtual moments, and it was very, very valuable to me. It is what you was able to say to me in that moment that I was on the edge. You have no idea where my mind was going at the time. I was falling into depression. I didn't feel like I was on my game. And this gave me a boost so I could perform to the thousands of people that I'm responsible for. This kept me from what we call in psychology or in the mental health world, suicide ideations. You know, I had these idea thoughts of just killing myself. For why? Nobody cares. So, no, now those people who've been proving themselves in the struggle, showing themselves to be worthy, showing themselves to be well and liked and things like that, by time, and as you spend time with them, then those are the healthy people I must end with to say, you can go ahead and make them claim those people have been friends to you because they've earned the chairs. They've earned the positions. They've earned that seat to say, if I wish to go to a black tie affair, who would I invite that would not embarrass me? That would not embarrass me by being late? Who would not honor my invitation and find it an honorable thing, not an entitlement thing? Girl, you better have invited me. All the stuff I did for you. That's not a friend. Whoever can remind you of what they've given you or what they gave to you, if it wasn't for me, I don't suspect no humility. I will not advise you guys to attach yourself to those type of people. If it wasn't for me, and I'm the one. No. That is ridiculous. That is ridiculous. So I just want to let you guys know that I love you and I appreciate your support. I pray that anything that I'm saying to you, I'm going by bought experience. I'm going by things that I've been applying to myself. And I'm going by, if you notice, I go scripturally, I go by definition, I go by quotes. I'm just reaching every area because I really want to give you a really Thursday thought before the weekend starts so you can really evaluate you and be the best you can be. All right? Oh, thank you for the comments. I will definitely review them. And hey, if you guys want any ongoing support, or I'm willing to give some free consultations for a couple of minutes, inbox me. If it's any exact areas, listen, I would love to help you. Of course, we have things that I'm coming up with that if you stay tuned with me, I'm going to be providing some extra things in the area or even virtually online because we need help. We need help outside of our circles so we can be the best people we can be with our friends, family, and coworkers. Love you guys. Take care and take charge.